Hello friends, my name is Akshar Goswami and today we are going to learn that how do you connect to Amazon S3 to perform certain operations, but in this video we'll only see that how do you get files from Amazon bucket. So as you can see we have HTTP bucket here, HTTP connector here. So HTTP connector has the basic configuration that is it is going to listen on port number 8081. So yes, and there is no path specified, so it will listen on local port, local host and port number 8081. So next is the Amazon S3 connector. So well, you can easily find it in the palette on the right hand side. So Amazon S3 connector, and when you drag and drop it here, it will ask for configuration. So you need to provide an access key and a secret key. So you need to have your account on Amazon AWS. So there you can grab access key and secret key. So when you copy and paste it, you can test your connection if your connection is valid or not. So when we test our connection, let's see that the message shows that it is successful. That means our connection is successful. So we'll proceed. Now next option is operation. So it will ask that what do you want to do, whether we want to get object content or set bucket or delete objects or create objects. So there are multiple options that you can do. So for this video, since we are going to fetch files from our bucket, so we'll go with get object content. So we go on to G and we go on to get object content. So after get object content, we need to specify two parameters. One is the bucket name and the second one is key. Bucket name specifies that from which bucket do you want to fetch your data. So we know that in Amazon S3 data is stored in buckets. So we've already made a bucket with the name Akshar Goswami there, and so we specified the name in the bucket name column. The next value is the key. Well, the key suggests that what is the name of your file. So under that bucket, whatever the name of your file is specified under key. So it uses this key value to match files from a bucket, and it will fetch that particular file whose name matches with the key. So next is the file connector, and it flows. It signifies that whatever object content that we fetched from Amazon S3 will be stored in input file. So let's run this project and let's see if there's any error or not. So when we run our application, let's see what's the response is, and it has been deployed. So there is no error so far. It has been deployed. So now we'll go to Postman to send an HTTP request on the port number 8081. Okay, so now we are at the Postman and we'll send a request to localhost 8081, which was the HTTP connectors listener configuration in our flow for Amazon S3 connector. So let's send the request, and it's sending the request to 8081, which will in turn call our flow. So since the response is an empty file, that means it has successfully run. There is no error message. That means the file has been transferred to the specified file location. Let's go and see in our anypoint studio what does the logger say and what does the console print. So here we are back to our anypoint platform, and you can see that there are three messages printed on the console. Number one is that the file has been dispatched, and it has been sent and writing file to C users HP desktop input slash dot file name dot dat. So the file has been written to our specified file address. So let's go and check that whether it is there or not. So So here we are at our Amazon AWS account, and under it we are in Amazon S3. So as I mentioned in my file that the bucket name is Akshar Goswami, and there's a file, there's a key named file 00 from which we are going to fetch the file. So when we open the bucket Akshar Goswami, we can see that there's a file named file 00. So now according to our mule flow, the file must have been copied to our location, that is file 00. So let's go and check if it's there or not. So we can, so now going into our input file as I promised. So when we go into our input file, we can see our binary file, and it's on the location that is chp desktop /input/, and this is the same file name as it is printed in the anypoint video console. So that's all from this video. Thank you and have a nice day.